Hi, Dr. Hurrier. Hi, Janet. I hope you guys are doing great. Um, this has been quite a year, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. First off, I just want to say that winning the award right as on the brink of starting my career in nursing was just a wonderful experience. I felt very valued and honored before I had even began, and it definitely released a big chunk of the financial burden that I had in student loans from my first degree in business and my second degree in nursing. So I guess I went into my career kind of feeling like I had big shoes to fill. I'm already just kind of being sought out for getting this award. So the year began, 2020. It's been crazy. Going through a pandemic right when you start. It was, the first month. So I started the second week of February after I passed the NCLEX, and went right after I passed the NCLEX. I went on to visit my boyfriend at the time's father with him in Florida, and he proposed. So we were also started planning our wedding during COVID, and that was very tricky and a lot of work. We wanted to just have a short engagement, so we did a lot of rearranging throughout the months and got married just about 2 months ago. So that was a challenge in the midst of moving out so that we wouldn't affect our family when everybody thought that, when everybody was very weary of the virus. So we felt the effects of just isolation from family, and then at work, a very rapidly changing policies. Just having to be cautious with every patient. On East 7, I work on the what's now called neuro intermediate unit. We would, get our patients. They'd come in. They would all be patients under investigations of COVID, and so we would have all of our equipment on. And let's see, there was one lady that was a little older and very confused, and she would jump out of her bed a lot, and she was a fall risk, so we would go running into the room, but she had no symptoms. Sometimes we would run into the room not really wearing all of our personal protective equipment just to try to save her before she fell. And she was pretty stubborn and wanted to jump out of bed a lot to go to the bathroom when she wanted to. I found out a few days later that she had been positive. She was an asymptomatic case of COVID, and then, the whole symptom of clotting. So she did come in with a stroke, so that could have been her symptom. But I ended up having a fever that week, and when I wasn't concerned really or scared, but when I told my work, we all just wanted to be cautious because we just have so many liver patients and immunocompromised patients on our unit, and just fragile individuals. So I really didn't want to go back if there was even a chance of having it. So I had to take sick leave for a week. So that happened, I think that was in May. I found out in the midst of planning our wedding that my fiance and I were expecting in June. So, and now we're married. We got through that. And so there's also the aspect of being pregnant on my unit, as well as 3 other girls, while treating COVID patients. My floor, unlike Jade's, we do not take them once they've been positive, but there's been a lot of positives that have come up. So the team on my unit have just kind of decided to keep anybody expecting out of the rooms. So it's been kind of hard, just being somebody like myself that wants to help. It's been hard to kind of have to change the assignments around based off who's a patient under investigation that's symptomatic. Even today, it's hard, just feeling like it's kind of hard on my teammates that I can only take specific patients. but we're very grateful just that they're protecting us with all the uncertainties and unknowns. And just on the other aspect of COVID in the hospital this year, just a very rapidly changing environment, having to become very adaptable to all the new policies and even just staffing. When COVID was a huge concern in the beginning months, everyone was staying out of the hospital. There were actually fewer hours for us, but they made sure, the hospital did a really good job making sure that we at least stay full time. But I had never worked at St. Luke's experiencing a lack of hours. Usually they, we're all being asked to work extra, so that was actually kind of nice when I was learning, because I sometimes wouldn't even have 4 patients, and we have 4 on our unit when we go in. So it was really kind of a change of pace, and it was a little bit nice for learning. And then when everything picked back up again midsummer, we kind of scrambled and stepped up your speed, and I was able to adapt again. So yeah, it's been such a crazy year. Lots of new life changes on a personal level, and new changes in the healthcare. Let's see what other questions we had. Teaching. Okay, so I love teaching anyone that is eager to learn. There's some nursing assistants that are not, and usually the ones that are in school to be nurses are very eager to learn. I had one that is one of my favorites, and every time she's interning, and I get to pair up with her for the day, I just get really excited. I love teaching her and just having the extra help and extra set of hands, and there's so much thinking that goes behind the day, kind of just explaining out loud the thought process and decision-making process, and trying to teach her kind of how the hospital works, that in ways that you don't really learn in college, because they're not really emphasizing the system side of it as much as they are the educational side. So I get to try to just teach her that, and then just teach her not how to avoid taking any shortcuts, and just being a safe, cautious nurse. And of course I learn from my patients. Sorry, allergies. I thoroughly enjoy being there for my patients. I like to kind of ease their anxiety, and just, while it's definitely been a game of learning boundaries setting with patients, it's really rewarding when you get to just help somebody feel a little bit better about everything that's going on, and just try to be there for them as much as we can. It's very humbling to be in this position, because you see people going through trials in their lives that I haven't even seen or tasted myself, or have had anyone around me that I'm close to experience, with major health concerns. And so it's just a very humbling job, and I love it. It's just recent that I've been able to say that I love it, because it was so stressful this year. I definitely had days of just wondering, if I was in the right place, the right field, the right position, if I was set up for this. And I think a lot of that too was being a new grad, and also just the fatigue that comes with being a pregnancy. That was very, very challenging in the first few months, with that. All of that combined, but now I feel like I have learned enough, and I have kind of gotten in my groove enough to start really enjoying what I do. So thank you both so much for just being good role models, and for valuing Jade and I before we even got started. And I can't wait for you guys to pick your next your next award winners for this coming year. And I hope that you guys stayed safe this year and had a wonderful year. And just blessings to you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Dr. Herrera. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to be awkward filming this video. I will do my best. I do have the questions down here, so if I look down, that is why. I hope you and your wife have been doing well. It has been a crazy year. I know, we met in January, but that was only 10 months ago, and it feels like years ago at this point. But as far as the impact that your award has had on my life, I was able to pay off some student loan debt. So I'm not gonna lie, I still have a good amount left, but it definitely made a big dent in that. So I am very grateful, and I am closer to financial freedom because of that. So it definitely made a big impact for me. So as far as continuing my education, I have not gone back to school yet. I do plan on going back at some point, but I want to be a little bit more sure about what I want to do. And, it's a big, financial responsibility to go back to school. So I want to be really sure about what I want my future in nursing to be first. I do have ideas of what I'm interested in. I'm really interested in healthcare policy and preventative medicine. A lot of the population that I see on my floor, it's a cardiac floor, and I see a lot of heart failure, a lot of diabetes, and a lot of cardiac issues that could be prevented with lifestyle changes. And I would like to help people to prevent these diseases before they get so bad that they're in the hospital. So I don't know exactly how I want to be involved with that. If I want to be in primary care or be in some type of education capacity, or even be in public health. I'm not sure, so I am just kind of feeling my way around, and I'm sure I'll get there eventually. So this year has been interesting. It's not what I expected my first year as a nurse to be, obviously. The first night when I was off orientation on my own, I was taking care of 3 total care COVID rule out patients. That week that I got off of orientation in March, it was the same week that my floor was made the first COVID unit in the hospital. So that was an experience. I can't say that it's been all great. There's been a lot of really hard things, but I definitely have learned a lot, and I am grateful for the things that I've learned, as difficult as it may have been. What I have learned from, just living through this pandemic as a nurse is the importance of taking care of yourself. I kind of put that on the back burner for a little bit, and I, definitely noticed a difference in my mental health and my physical health, and I'm doing what I can to take care of myself again. I realized that if I don't take care of myself, then I'm not going to be very good at taking care of others. So that has been my priority through this really crazy and taxing year, I've just been really focusing on taking care of myself so that I can take care of my patients better. So that has definitely been a big learning experience. Another thing I've learned is the importance of teamwork. I wouldn't have made it through these months without my preceptors, my coworkers, everyone on the healthcare team who has been willing to teach me. I just, it's been really taxing on everyone, this situation. And, people at work, they are getting burnt out. And like, I can't really blame them because I'm getting burnt out too. I think everyone's burnt out by this year. So I think we just need to remember to all be a little kinder to ourselves and to others through this year, and for the future as well. As far as teaching, like a med student or nursing student, I haven't really had the chance to. I do work nights, and so I don't see a lot of students on nights, but I have a feeling that within the next couple months, I'm in my, I think, 8th month as a new grad, and so in the next couple months I might be asked to be a preceptor, so I know that my time for teaching is probably coming, possibly a little bit sooner than I might feel ready, but I don't know if I'll ever fully feel ready to teach someone because I feel like there's always more to learn. But I will look forward to being able to offer what I can because I've had such great teachers, so hopefully I'll be able to be a great teacher for someone soon. Yeah. So I hope you guys have been doing well through all of the stuff this year has brought. I hope you're healthy and taking care of yourself. So thank you.